Bro, I'm getting fucking tired of this OEM bullshit. Let me get that real shit. Combat eyes? Ooh. 200mm fenders. God damn. Wings? I might have to call Frankie. I'm done defecating. Alright guys, what's up? It's 2022. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus last couple months. A lot of shit's going on with everybody's cars. We're gonna give you a little bit of an update about what's going on. We're at Josh's house. We got Josh over here. Pet World. Got Stains. And Josh's new cat. There's a new turbo setup under here. We're gonna have Josh talk about it. Stay tuned. We're gonna hit everybody. Josh, Tom, Nick, Joe, me, I don't know. Whoever else is part of Front Street.
Whoever else wants to sign up. So for the last couple months, I've been kind of tidying up the exterior of the car because it wasn't really all together from Final Bout. So that was kind of a priority. And another thing I wanted to do was change the turbo setup completely. So I downsized in turbo size. I went from a 3071 to a G25 550. I did new 740 injectors, new exhaust manifold, new exhaust. I redid all the power steering setup. I also relocated to the bottom. The car makes 370 wheel, 350 torque at 19 PSI. The setup is awesome. Like the power band's completely different now. Before, like with low boost setting, full boost with the stock cams and everything, it was around like 44, 4500, and now I'm getting 350 foot-pounds of torque by like 30 to 3300 RPM, so huge difference.
What I've done with my car is I painted this pink. As you can see here, everything is pink.
Another little thing that I did while I had free time in the off season is I kind of wanted to freshen up the interior a little bit. Something I always wanted to do, like what I saw in like a lot of the cars that I was inspired by, is they have painted like interior plastics. So I have this like two-tone magenta to like red fade on the cluster bezel. I got the shift boot, the center console done, and the door handles. Just something to kind of just bring the car a little more complete and more of a theme.
Like the cats like it too.
Yeah, they've been keeping me busy during the off season, hanging out in here while I've been piecing everything together. There's like a little jungle gym for them.
Before we head over to the shop, we're gonna make a stop at Mazzaro's and check out what Chris has going on.
What's up, guys? I'm Chris. This is my car. Last time I drove it last year was a special stage at Thompson. We won. I did drive the car straight into the wall before that. So most of the winter I spent pulling the front of the car back out, just like, you know, hooking it up to a truck, doing that bullshit. Doing this ghetto patch job on the fenders and a lot of other stuff. I hit like front and back, so I broke the subframe in the back, also fixed that. Other than that, just repairing some stuff in the engine bay. This whole side was kind of crushed up. Wheel well was kind of pushed, so had that all pulled back out. Went with a completely new intercooler setup, intercooler piping. It's like a PBM high mount with super short tubing into the turbo and intake. Faction Motorsports did all the fabrication on this. While the motor was there, I had them put HKS Step 1 cams in. They opened the motor. They found out that all the timing chain guides, the hardware had backed out and fallen off them. Faction Motorsports has a whole video on their own channel of everything that happened and went on. So they ended up just pulling the subframe out of the bottom of the car, taking basically the entire engine apart other than the head off the block, and repairing everything. Now it's here. In about 3 days, I'm gonna go get it retuned and then back to the track. I don't know, 330 would be okay. 350, you know, something just safe. It's a 2871R, 750cc injectors, HKS Step 1 cams, and a Pexi Power FC. So nothing crazy, but like just enough.
has been parked since last November. I haven't touched the car in probably 6 months now. I drove an event at Club Loose and pretty much parked it. So last year pretty much saw the biggest changes on my car. Me and Josh had gotten into an accident at a Final Bout Special Stage, and the car used to be a GT1 setup with 30 mil origin fenders. I switched over to Koguchi power fenders and BN Type 3 kit. We spent a lot of time pulling out the door sill and this quarter. There was a lot of damage here. And yeah, that accident pretty much just solidified going with a much wider body kit. And I was able to increase the spacers up front. I was able to increase the tire size. There was actually quite a bit of benefits to it, and my motor setup has pretty much stayed exactly the same. It is a bottom-mounted HKS 2540 with a HPI manifold, Nismo 740 injectors, and a Power FC. It's been reliable power for me and has worked very, very well, so I'm going to keep it the same for this year. You might see some updates from me on suspension and tires, but that's about it. I have no plans to really change much for the season this year and just continue to drive the car as it is. So now we're gonna go take a trip over to the shop and I will meet you there.
So back in November, I hit the wall at Englishtown and totaled the car basically. I pushed my strut tower over like 4 inches and my firewall up into my feet about 4 inches. And the rear section of the car, all this was like crushed into here. And this was rolled under the hatch, and LIP actually pulled everything out for me over the winter. This part is actually from my rear over fender. And you know, David Bob glased it together for me here. And then bondoed everything. And then also, he fixed this crack here. All this was missing and all this was missing. He fixed all that and all the cracks in my aero and stuff. And then my buddy Al sprayed everything for me. A few weeks ago, we drove the Adam LV event and my car just simply didn't work. So I got rid of that big stupid Greddy intake, which I lost a bunch of torque on from the beginning. I still got the 2867 turbo, top mount, future fat manifold, and a Turbo Smart external gate. I got a brand new wiring specialist harness, which they got me extremely fast. I also did get rid of the Link computer because I kept having a bunch of issues with it where it cut out on me. I'm back on Power FC and I got the cool Game Boy on my dash.
Last season, the motor popped, and the last season, very high mileage motor, lasted like 2 full seasons, a lot of events, a lot of abuse with minimal modifications done to the motor, just like an oil pan, intake, and a lot of maintenance, just oil changes, do your oil changes, boys. And now we pulled it out, trying to get a new engine in here, prepping the bay for a little paint job. Got it down to like metalish, kinda, not really trying to kill myself. So we're gonna try and put a JZ in this thing, and get it all painted up. Hopefully I'm on the track at least, you know, maybe by the end of this season, hopefully, you know, count my blessings. Engine up front is all PBM and stance, a little bit of tinfoil in there. That's pretty much it for the front. I mean, it's pretty basic. Get yourself PBM angle kit, some stance coilovers, and some good tires, and shit'll be rocking, you know? Be boogieing in these things. They're pretty heavy, so make sure you get some good tires up there, steer your boy into them turns.
Front Street Ayano, unfortunately I've been missing for the last 2 years. Last event was BMI, and this is the year that we're coming full effect back.
So you see this guy in the red coupe following Joe? That's Alex. Go hit him up on Instagram. He doesn't listen to anybody. He won't listen to us. But we want him to come drift. Maybe he'll listen to you. Please, go hit him up.
Driving a 1996 S14. It's fully stripped right now, but parts are starting to go back together. We have the engine bay that is in a candy blue with a ton of flake in it and a silver leaf. And over here we have my motor. It's a S13 SR20. We're running HKS Step 1 cams. Then I have the Mazworks full turbo kit with the G25 550, and their top mount with a tile wastegate. I'm running a copper mix single clutch with a Z32 trans from Mazworks. The 55 plus overs front and rear. Then we have the Origin full kit that we'll be running on the outside. I have the Origin fiberglass hood that's going to go on the front. I have the Combat Eye that, as you see on the ground. We're going to be running it on the right hand side with a factory left poopy. Not too much interior, unfortunately, because how tight the cage is, but one motion absolutely killed this cage. And over here we're running the Sebelt race seat. It's full fixed back and it goes with the Club Blue specs. For the interior again, we are running a stack dash in it. It is in the stock cluster area, so it looks real OEM. For the rear, I am running a two-way Nismo. Then we're going with the PBM full suspension kit, all the arms, and then we are gonna switch out the PBMs and go with the stance coilovers once they become fully back in stock. For the front, I am running stock S14 lowers. We're gonna be running the Heatmaker knuckles in it to give us all the angle. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the wrap up on my S14. I will be back fully, everything put together, probably by the end of this month, and then we're going to get a tune at Freedom Motorsports. So thanks for checking it out. We'll see you guys later.
Boy, where you look nuts. Oh man. Someone buy this Origin wheel before I break it. Who wants it? So I guess pretty much where I'm at with the S13, I have not touched it. It's final bout. Had a few minor things break on it at the event. Wheel spacer, EB, a front tire, just random things, nothing too crazy. Not driving too many events, maybe get one or two in there, but it pretty much sits as is. It's taken about 2 years to get to the car to this point, and pretty much taking a little hiatus for the time being to secure my living situation in a year or so. So get the car back on the street, get to enjoy it, make it a little bit more comfortable, and go from there. Turn the key over the other day. We'll give her a start. We'll piss the neighbors off. Gotta keep those batteries unplugged. Let's see if she wants to play nice today. I got the wipers on. Need those wipers on. Never know. It's gonna start raining inside. Wake up, baby. There we go. Dusty in here. There's some bad gas. The motor was rebuilt by Damien. It basically sits Disco Potato Turbo, ISIS, original ISIS intercooler. Nothing too crazy. Never dynoed it, never retuned it. Probably making around 300 to the wheels, I would assume.
We just pulled up to Chris Cachese's. We're gonna check out his BMW M3 and see what he's got going on.
So, this is my E36 M3. It's like 390 horsepower. It's got a lot of shit in it. It's 5.7 liter V8, pretty tried and true. All Brian Tooley internals, stage 2 cam, custom exhaust manifold. It's got a SLR Ultra angle kit. The ignition system is a fucking mess, I know. I had to make all of it, all these wires and shit I had to make here. It's got a Mishimoto Z3 radiator, big ass 4-inch intake tube with a loose coupler. Old school Saibon carbon fiber hood. It's wrapped, it's not painted. I'm not running a front emblem, which everybody hates me over. I think it looks cool like that. That's like my thing. Projector headlights, full HM sports kit. I'm pretty sure this was the first one in the country when they came out with it. So they hooked it up really good. SSR Koenigs. and they're wrapped in Dunlop Dureza Star Spec. Fantastic tire, super grippy. I used to run the Nitto NT05, but this blows it out of the water because it's a street car. You don't have to warm it up. It's so grippy right off the bat. Yeah, this is the interior. It's completely stock wheel, stock, BMW steering wheel, stock shifter. This is a stock e-brake, comes from the factory like that. Those are stock gauges, stock seat. Nothing special. Everything's pretty much stock here. Boring, actually. Cage, that's the only thing that's not stock. I bought that from Pep Boys.
It's goody. Yeah, so I've been here forever. I haven't done anything since the off season. Literally nothing. And it's still this.
Yeah, this is a little vacation home now.
Yeah, we gotta get working on this thing. We gotta get front mom's card with a new diff, otherwise she's gonna kill us. Chaser, get the bike on, sell it, drive it maybe one more time, build that 13. We didn't do shit all winter.
Then we got Depop's car, gotta get this running.
Yeah, get him running. We're gonna put this Ford crate motor in Mike's R34. Yep.
American style.
I'm Jeff Stoneback, aka Front Street Dad. This is my 2000 Nissan S15. And as you can see, Tom already hit it, and it hasn't even been halfway through the damn season. S15 wrapped in a special red by Taylor Wraps. Super sweet. Most of the work is done by Mike at One Motion Garage, because I'm a lazy fuck. 2J VVTi, basic bolt-on stock motor. Radium fuel rail, injector dynamics injectors, 1050s. Biggest thing is the Future Fab manifold, and we also have a GT3582 with a 106 AR housing. It makes about, I don't know what, 550 to 6 something, depending on where we're at and how happy Mike is with that. Pretty much rips, man. It's running Origin Raging kit. I've gone through so much aero in the past couple events, years, and now with COVID and can't even get anything anymore, all the under panels aren't here, but hopefully soon they'll come in. Thanks to Toge Factory for always supporting me on that stuff. But yeah, this ride's killer, man. If you're ever at an event, come see what's up, put you in the seat, man. Thing's bitching. Old driving stare. So we're inside the interior. We're inside the interior. Fuck, all right. As you can see, it's right-hand drive. It's real, it's not some fucking fake shit. Super simple. I still like to drive it on the street sometimes, so I still keep the power windows, locks, everything like that. Half door cards and stuff for the cage. My favorite part about the interior, BC racing wheel, number 8 out of 50. It means a lot to me. Shout out to Cody and the BC boys for that one. MA Motorsports designed this plate for the AEM CD5 dash. Then Mike from One Motion Garage wired up this raw wire PDM, so it's super cool, super simple to start this thing up. That electric water pump, got the fans, heat fans for the oil cooler, headlights, so pretty cool stuff. One thing that I always do with my cars, I pay tribute to my brother from another mother, my best friend Mark Lenardin, late great, one of the GOATs. I always put his logo right here. He's always riding passenger. Yeah, man, shout out to him. Miss that guy, love that guy. It means the world to me, inspires me, still inspires me to this day, and just makes me think of being the best person I can on and off track, whether it's Front Street Dad or real Jeff Dad, you know what I mean? So shout out to Mark, love you, man. One thing that's all uniform between all of our cars is the whole Front Street team is running Accelera tires by Tire Streets this year. Awesome tires, glad to be running with them. If you ever need tires, go to their site, tirestreets.com, use code FRONTSTREET15. If you do bulk orders, you'll get extra off, but definitely use that code and support the homies too. We're running the stage wheels Monroe, so they're 18 by 10s. These are in the SBC colors, so they're special for us. And also, this is another special thing made specifically for Front Street Dad. Billy at Stage Wheels, thank you for all the love. He knows I gotta deal with 12 Staten Island kids, and you know, all the alimony shit is unreal, so. Shout out to Billy for the bitchin' wheels, man. These things are killer. I'm gonna go through the car. We're just basically gonna wrap it up here, but before we leave that, we're gonna leave you with the funny segment of what happened at this den. Tell me about it. Well, I was driving with the LV Invitational, and then this guy, Big Country, aka Sean, and his Mark II spun at the hairpin, which then I hit him, and then Jimmy Oaks hit me, and it was a big clusterfuck. Yeah, here's the story. Moving on to that. Next day, hey, what happened? Front Tree Tom was here. But look at that, he was gracious this time. Moving on to the next day. Hey, what happened? Oh, this was Big Country Sean again. Messing it up, that was when he got double tapped by Jimmy. Jimmy hit me. It was a whole mess, but you know, he's learning a neighbor. But then, this whole damn thing, I literally just pulled this rear end out. What happened? What happened? Jimmy Oaks was here. That's what fucking happened. I'm over this car. Get out of here.